So tell us, why do you think Thor is coming for your asshole?
Look, all recording aside, there's been like 2 thunder strikes, lightning strikes, pedantics, whatever, like within like a few 100 feet of us, and that's like the 3rd time that's happened thus far in my lifetime. Past like month and a half.
Now, how long is your lifetime so far?
26 years.
And you believe that statistically this means that Thor, of all the thunder gods,
yes,
Thor specifically is coming for your ass. Why not Zeus?
Thor has more of an appetite for assholes.
How do you know?
Yeah, Zeus was way more of a slut bunny. I'd think if anyone had an appetite for assholes.
Zeus was all about mortal women. Thor, you look at him, he's a classic bear, right?
Well,
I'm sure there are a lot of people who've seen the movies that would agree with that.
yes.
There you go. So it's like, boom, there you are.
They want to be Thor's little cub.
Thor's gonna come for your asshole.
They-
man.
they
I
want-
thought to be a bear, you had to be like really hairy, like all
Yeah,
over.
like every representation of Thor, short of Chris Hemsworth, has been fucking hairy as shit.
hairy as bulls.
Yeah, beard all over the place, like furry motherfucker.
True. That's very true.
Just the quintessential bear, just ready to start hammering asses.
Hey guys, could you like open the windows a little bit? I think just like enclosed hot box for and having a cold is sort of
Having it.
yeah.
You need the fresh airs.
Yeah.
But what do you think is going to happen if Thor gets your asshole?
Well, I've seen
You
what
use it.
lightning can do to a human butthole. It's pretty terrifying, all things considered.
Please describe it.
I mean, like the actual trauma to the tissue?
Yeah,
Like,
sure,
think
let's
of
go
it
for
like-
that.
Think of it like it's like a combination of a puncture wound, an exit hole from a pistol, and like a burn. All mixed into one really specific, like, terrifying piece of injury. It's pretty horrifying.
It is pretty horrifying.
So it's like when I shove my penis into someone else's anus.
No. Unless your penis is like on fire and also charged like a gun.
Have you not met me?
I have several questions.
I will give you no answers.
Boy, that's worrying.
Isn't it though?
How come I can't open this window?
Because of child locks for your
Try it
safety.
now.
Huh?
Try it now.
Ah, little vent there. You can feel the moistness.
That's a good can.
Good time.
So have you considered like talking to Thor and maybe investing in some Asgardian lube or something, you know, just to prepare yourself for this?
Like goat fat?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could just be proactive and buy a goat or something, but I don't know, dude. I'm just worried it's gonna come and hit us, and we're all gonna get like electricalized.
We're in a car with rubber tires.
That is maybe. I have the fear of electricity.
But I'm still kind of thinking that, dude, if the god of thunder himself is planning on coming down and electrifying your bunghole, if he expects to come down and zap your leather donut, I expect at some point in time he's going to pull that off. It's more a matter of, instead of trying to avoid it, perhaps you should simply be prepared for it.
Look, I can put it off for as long as possible. And by God, I will put it off for as long as possible.
Have you considered rubber underwear?
No. Up
That
until
might
this
work.
point, no. Now, yes.
You know, that's it. You just need some insulating underwear so that your bunghole cannot be electrified. Don't you point that finger.
There would be a lot more brevity in my conversation if we weren't riding through, like, fucking a lightning field of dicks and lightning.
I see no dicks. That's not an invitation, mind you. I'm
Well-
just saying I don't see any.
I'm looking at one right now.
Wait. No, I was just thinking, like, corn is like
You are
nature's
what you
dicks.
eat, you prick. Anyway,
Wait. Yeah, but corn is like nature's dicks, you know? It's like
there's no corn
elongated-
either.
Corn. There was corn on our right side.
No, I don't see any corn. Therefore, there are no nature dicks.
Well, there was corn right before. Okay, now there's no more dicks. Now it's just lightning. Just lightning.
Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
Actually, legitimately frightening. I'm scared of most things, alright?
You know, the
I've
last
got the
time I
fear.
saw a response this childish to thunder and lightning was this morning with Frank.
Look,
Uh-huh.
I've almost been hit by lightning a few times already. It's put the fear in me.
Almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and thermonuclear weapons.
There's that Vibe game, horseshoes and hand grenades. I was always wondering where that phrase came from. Hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. What does that mean?
Close enough.
Really?
Yeah. As in, it doesn't have to be perfect, as long as you get it close enough. A hot dog cooked okay enough will be edible. A hand grenade just has to be close enough to the target. And in horseshoes, if you don't actually get the horseshoe on the pole, getting it as close as possible to the pole is close enough for points. So close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and thermonuclear weapons. And with thermonuclear weapons, you just sort of need to get it in the vicinity.
Boy, it's times like this that I am just amazed at how retarded the English language is.
It took you all this time to figure that out?
Oh God, I guess that makes me retarded as well.
See, we're based in the Midwest here, of course, but my mother, after she married my father, moved back east to be around my dad's family because she made poor choices in life. And she was at a restaurant and ordered a root beer. But she's from the Midwest, so she referred to it as a root beer. And the poor woman trying to take the order did not understand her at all. I had no idea what the fuck she was asking for. What the fuck is a root beer? And finally, after a while, they figured out that what my mother wanted was a root beer.
Huh.
And my father thought this was utterly hilarious. Until my mother pointed out, so if you're saying my pronunciation is wrong, what's that thing at the end of your leg? Would that be a foot? Just saying. Ma had a point. We have some very messed up pronunciation in the English language.
Oh boy.
Which I find myself in that double standard of, on one hand, I kind of want to correct people when they mispronounce things. On the other hand, am I really qualified to do that, you know?
I want this to be the canonical new pronunciation.
Well, especially when you get into British culture, English culture, United Kingdom culture, and you hear English used a different way. You know, I like saying basil. I think it's a lot more interesting than saying basil.
Basil?
Yeah.
Wasn't there that rat in The Great Mouse Detective?
Yeah, because basil was a common name as well as the name of an herb.
A herb?
Shitty name
Because
to
there's
be
a fucking
named after.
H in it?
Yeah, there's a herb because there's a fucking H in it.
What was that?
And I like saying centrifugal. It makes more sense.
Aluminium.
Aluminium?
Mendeleev's table.
Inventory. I love saying inventory. What's that? It's my inventory.
The Rudy Tooty point and shooties. As opposed to a gun.
This is my rifle. This is my gun. This is for fighting. This is for fun.
Hooray!
Hookers! Prostitutes. Or as the British put it, and I love this term, pinch pricks.
I believe the technical phrase is flappy wapply spready laglies.
I believe you've just made that up, sir.
The British like their long phrases for things.
Yes.
Speaking of which, how has navigating the Windward Passage been for you?
Have I been putting things in my anus? Not regularly, no.
Well, that is good.
Did you know that fart is an anagram?
Or
Fart is an anagram for what? Raft?
Well, that too, actually. No, I meant to say, what's the, not initialism, acronym.
Palindrome?
No, it's an acronym, cited in the British Journal of Medicine as meaning flatus advanced by rectal transport.
Philatus?
Flatus, as in flatulent. Flatus advanced by rectal transport. You have to imagine it in an English accent, and then it sounds even more funny.
Sounds definitely more qualified.
I've diagnosed the problem. It's clearly flatus advanced by rectal transport. What? He farted.
He did a fart.
Well, we can't necessarily say he did a fart, but we can certainly say the fart did him. that's how we came to find him passed out at the bottom of the stairs. Death was incidental.
I've seen people dead on the toilet, I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's shitty.
It really was. There was poopy everywhere.
They're not even
It
wiped
was not
out.
even anywhere. It was all in the toilet, but still, when you have to like wedge them off the chair, toilet, not chair. The
It's
poop
a chair.
throne.
Can I move into that lady behind me?
Yes. What?
There is a vehicle, but it's further back,
For
so...
this person who is behind me is
Oh
definitely
God.
wanting to.
We're all gonna die. This is our final record.
Oh God.
It's a white vehicle. It just shot past us.
And this is how the world ends.
Well, so I
Not
figured I
in
would
fire nor in ice, but in a wet, squishy sploot.
A wet squishy what now?
Sploot?
What's a sploot?
It's that noise you make when you expire.
Sploot.
Sploot. You minding your own business, suddenly sploot. In C major.
Is it only suddenly that you sploot? Or can you sploot gradually over time?
I feel like some people's entire lives are a whole long, drawn-out sploot.
Followed intensely by a squishy pop?
Yeah, if you took all the noises a person made in their entire lifetime and compressed it to 1 second, it would just be sploot.
I feel like it would probably be more like...
They like to buzz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Timmy.
Man, that would be interesting. Entire person's lifetime recorded. You just gotta find someone who's really young and really terminal.
oh,
And just
Jesus.
put a recorder on them right off the get-go.
right out of the gate, huh?
Right off the gate.
Well, no, at that point, I'd rather have it all compressed down, but not actually be the noises a person makes, but rather a narration
A narration.
by Morgan Freeman.
About this
Morgan
person's
Freeman.
life.
Morgan Freeman.
Jesus!
Morgan Freeman.
It's fucking Thor again!
You're Thor? Well, it hurts a little.
Shush, don't you sass the god of thunder. He's coming for our assholes.
And then he said, "You're Thor. I'm so Thor I can hardly piff."
Seriously, he's gonna hit us.
Fuck you, Thunder. You're just Thor smarts.
I don't want to see the rest of him, man.
The great cock of Thor will shock your ass.
I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, you do. No, you don't need it in your life. You need it in your ass.
No.
That's attached to my life.
Well, would you take it and accept it and move on with your day? If you got electrical powers like Raiden.
Would I be able to shit on my own, or would I need a colostomy bag?
Oh, shit on your own. I mean, you'd recover. Just like any anal
Got
violation.
the high voltage in his asshole. He didn't recover, man. He poops out of a superfluous butthole now.
Yes, but you'd be able to fly and shoot lightning from your fingertips.
If I have to shit out of a bag in my side,
No, you
I'd
shit
be ready-
into a bag in your side.
Point is, I don't want to exist in such a way where I cannot shit on my own goddamn metric.
Well, you don't realize.
Well, what if your dick still worked?
I would be scared of fucking someone in case I spilled my shit bag on them.
You know there are people who are into that.
Yeah, not people I want to put my dick in.
How do you know? You haven't seen all of them.
Well, the major disqualifiers are going to want to get their colostomy fucking fingers all over my colostomy fucking bag. And then I'd try to tase them to death, and then I'd shock myself. It's all fucking rotten, alright? Recorder or no recorder, fuck that thing. It's all rotten. I don't want to fuck a person who wants to fuck shit. Even if I had lightning goddamn fucking powers. I'm scared of getting murdered by the sky right now. And the driving's not making me feel much better. My ass is like already preparing for a fucking thunder deluge of what I've eaten in the past 6 minutes. And I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Ah!
Okay, you're freaking me out, man. Do you want me to turn this around?
No.
Hey, look,
Are
a
you
car in the
sure?
ditch.
Oh my
I
God.
just had a midlife. Oh my god.
Hey, it's still upright though. Come on, lights are still on. You never know. Maybe you just
I
make
think it
your
was
call.
that guy who was going really fast.
I think it was.
Oh my god. It was that white car that shot past. Oh boy.
Well, we prefer to think of it as a Caucasian car.
Well, is the driving making you car sick?
What? No.
Okay.
I'm just having a midlife crisis.
Okay.
You're too young. Unless you
in the
expect to die
Navy.
early.
I'm
means
in
you're-
the Navy.
You're in the Navy. That means you shouldn't be that worried about a lightning cock going up your ass.
My life.
Now you know what it stands for. Never again volunteer yourself.
Poseidon's gonna ram my butthole.
What makes you think Poseidon's gonna do it now?
Poseidon's already trying to do it. He's already got the water going down. Thor's throwing lightning bolts. Poseidon's taking a pee-pee. I'm just getting fucked in all directions today.
Have you considered the possibility that Poseidon's just taking pity on you and trying to make sure you're well lubed?
Water doesn't lube anything. Have you ever tried shower sex? All it leads to is friction and fucking angry, sullen silences as both of you try to think where your relationship went wrong.
Honey, is that what shower sex is like for you?
Oh, every time.
I've heard your guys' shower sex.
You have not.
Yes, I have.
He might have.
I definitely have. I've slept over at your house, and I hear slapping noises and small moans. And I politely, quietly try to sleep and pet your dog more desperately in the hopes that I can unhear what I'm hearing. Not out of any, like, personal malice, mostly just because it feels a little private. But then you guys keep making the noises, and then when he finishes, it's this strange, drawn-out groan. And then both of you make whimpering noises, and the shower keeps fucking running. And I pet your dog a little bit more, and it farts up my nose. And I fucking think about putting the rifle in my fucking mouth again. Except I'm too fucking uncoordinated to get my toe in the trigger guard. So I know I'll cock it up and blow my left nostril off. What am I doing with my fucking life?
Oh my God, stop.
Blowing your left nostril off so that you have less sinus problems.
Ah!
You have to stop.
All of this is gonna be recorded. It's just gonna be like incoherent screaming and fucking thunder and rain. This is gonna sound like goddamn like the fucking Papua New Guineans praying for rain and then getting shit on by a cyclone. Christ!
Yes?
Oh God.
I'm sorry, I was saving that one up a little bit.
Oh God.
I couldn't tell. It sounded like you just verbally ejaculated all over the car.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Was it good for you?
I mean, I felt like honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is
and I
the
had
best
no
policy.
idea how else to break it to you guys.